Right, yeah, okay. Hey guys, please forgive us. Guys are being, well, guys are having fun.
And there will be a little twist in this game because we will now watch the game using a gamepad.
Yes.
So developers trying to give our champions some handicap. So one of him is playing in the gamepad, so we can see our.
Oscar is a guy who actually designed most of the gamepad controls. So yeah. Oh wait, I gotta move the camera because it's obscuring the stuff right now. Let me do this. No, let me move it to here. Let me do the, how do I mirror it? Just a sec. Transform. Hey, nice cheating.
Put it here. Oh yeah. So back to the game. They're checking the first village. It's nothing important now. As you can see, the minimap is in the other side, also the resource point, so it needs to get used to. There we have a Slavs. And they're taking the first village. The silver village is not anyone is going to silver village, but now they're pinging to get to the silver village, so we could see some movement going towards the silver village. Now they're waiting for capture. Capture the village, the first village on the south, and there is some movement on of the enemies in the north village. We'll see how it goes. Who will win? And now it's even. It's just ordered to gather resources from all of his villagers. The North ally has lost his first squad to the enemy, so they now will use the second one to get. And our gamepad guy, Oscar, is going to get the village on the other side of the river, so we'll see how it goes. For now, our developers is losing -3 points. Nothing, yeah, nothing really bad for now. They are -10 food, so they have 20 food left. So it could go worse for them, but we'll see how it goes. And there is the village that's unprotected, so it could be, should be an easy thing. Yeah, easy grab for our Slavs guy from DC. There is some movement still on the north, so we don't know what happened there. They're capturing the village, our Slavs, and yeah, there is a village. And now our developers are 0-0. It's now tie, and he goes with his shields to get the silver one on the enemy side.
He's still negative on food.
He's still negative on food,
and he's gonna decrease that negativity right now.
Yeah, we'll
to what? 25 to.
We'll see how it's much. It's doesn't change that much because he has a new unit. Now he will. Get some. He got some less units, so they will need less food. And now we can see that there's a rear attack again, flanked.
Do you think Oscar is gonna rage out?
We'll see how it goes. And he could lose this fight in the middle. We'll see if he could retreat his troops on time. For now, they're just. Taking damage, both sides. There is one squad that should be retreated. There is a level up for the enemy. He should retreat both squads. We'll see if it happen. He's trying to, yeah, he's now only retreating. He was trying to force them to stay as far as long as possible to make time for his first squad to get to the village and defend it. He's now +9 on the food, so he's barely under the line to be starving because he lost some troops. In the meantime, our beer has taken the north village, so here is now +3 for our developers. They have one more village than an enemy, and we'll see how it goes now. The north player the beer is trying to take the first village on the north behind the river, but yeah, he's just saw the force of the enemy and then retreat. Okay, so here's a better defense for the village, and he is an alarm, so it will help to defend this village. And we will see there is a shield in defensive formation. They charge the block.
Okay, go on.
Yeah, so he's trying to defend this village. He used the guard the village to shoot the enemy. This shield will not retreat because they are surrounded, so they will just die there in greater chaos. Oh, they could retreat. They found a space to retreat. He shouldn't retreat there. Okay, so two shields are trying to retake this village. Now it's tie. They still doesn't have the silver village in the middle. That's a really interesting play from our players. And now he's trying to retake this village. He's attacking two shields. One shield is trying to attack the second squad that goes to the defensive, but it's in the back, and yes, they're flanked. So that was a bad news for them. They have lowered morale. Here's the squad that was retreating from the previous fight, and we'll try to replenish them. Here's one lone shield squad that is trying to take two spears squad, and they take one. They should take two. So it's really good information for our shields player. As you can see, the Vikings are retreating. So now shields Slavs can take easily the village.
I've been wondering for a couple of minutes what's that on Beer Bear's face, but this is actually a mic from his headset, so I just wanted to let you guys know in case you're hard wondering as I am.
The beer guy is this guy with a beard, so just if you wonder it. And as you can see, the Vikings guy are not used to fight with enemy that have food, that morale is not lowered. But as we can see, they have no morale now. They have no food, so it will be hard for them to get it temporarily. But we'll see how the Vikings will react to that. For now, the Vikings are retreating, so.
Whichever way this match goes, it's the first time I'm seeing Drunken Kiss not to be winning constantly.
Yeah.
This is something.
And there is a surprise attack from Vikings to flank the shields that are not prepared for this attack. So the player are retreating one of the squad. The second squad is attacking from the back. Yeah, as you can see, they forced the Vikings to retreat because they were outnumbered. They've finally taken the silver village in the middle, so they can now replenish there. The player trying to force waiting for his troops to stop retreating, and then goes to the village in the middle to replenish it as fast as possible. He has 130 wood, so he could try to upgrade his troops because he has no food to build another. He can build another squad, but he has no food to feed them. So
I take back what I said. The devs are not that drunk.
Yeah. So he's now. They have now plus 21 food, so they can easily replenish full squads.
And Oscar is now officially a gamepad god.
Yeah. And yes. And there is a counter attack from Spearman. They have the second tier, and they make one Husker, one Axeman.
Huskar's already, gosh.
Yeah, so they are tearing apart our poor shield guys. They have experience, but they cannot withstand the axes that are tearing their shields apart. And yeah, we are trying. We see that there is a try to take the village on the north. In the meantime, the silver village is taken by the red team. But there is some ally archers that are trying to do something about it, but I think they couldn't because they were too slow, and yeah, they will just be catched in the close fight, and it's not really good for archers to catch in the close fight. And as we can see, our blue player has going for upgrades for shields to make them be more resistant, to give them more health. So that's a really good idea. And we'll see how it goes now. For now, the developers are slightly winning. They have +3, so they have one village more. There is a trap on the village. There's very clever tactic defensive tactic. So when the enemy will try to attack and take this village, even though it's not protected because your squads are on the other side of the map, the enemy will be slowed down. Even they could lost half of his squads when they will get to this trap if they will not use defensive mode. So that's one of way to protect your villages. It's now +6.
They're
so
positive on food. God.
yeah, and they're positive on food. So, guy, that is how you fed your army. You need to constantly look at it and be very, very careful with food. As you can see, there is attempting to take back the village on the south. That's a really good idea. And we'll see how it goes. There is a gold village because because the player will have used the bell ability to gather his village to defend the village.
Yeah, you can call peasants.
Villages,
You can raise
peasants.
alarm in a village.
Yeah.
The peasants will just stop working in resource points, and they will go and fight the
Exactly.
the attack.
Okay, so now we have some fight, but the Vikings have no morale, no food. So I think this fight is will be really, really tough for Vikings. They have the numbers, so they could win this by numbers, by swarming the enemy. It will be hard, but it can be manageable, as we could saw in the previous matches. Also,
So all you're trying to say is Drunken Kiss is not bound to win yet.
yeah, they
It's the first time.
yeah, they are losing basically, and there is one.
Yeah, you're right. They're losing,
There is one of Axe squad that are trying to kill these shield squads that are on the second level, but it won't be easy because they are second level. They could do it, but there is second squad that's trying to flank them, and we'll see how it goes. There will be an alarm. No, not this time. It's +10, so it's really, really close to get this game to win. We can see that one shield squads have fight with five Viking squads, not fully troops equipped, but
Third technology advancement tier.
yeah. But they were trying to fight. As you can see, there's one squad that is trying to hold the enemy as long as possible because they are really, really close to win. So the longer they will push the enemy from the village, the more chances they will have to win. It's really, really close to win the game for the developers this time. Yeah, it's +10, -10, so it's really, really close for our team that we are spectating to win and take the game. They are taking another village, and yeah, there's not really many things that they can do. Oh, you can see there's Oscar that's playing on gamepad. You can show the gamepad. You know, oh yeah, there's our gamepad, so he's really using it. It's not a trick. So he won using a gamepad with a keyboard and mouse player. So it can be done. It's not easy, but it can be done with a little experience. Yeah, so as you can see, APM is not really helpful in our game. The clever and wisdom is much helpier. It helps much more than fast using APMs. And yes, there's GG. There's a winning for Destructive Creations. Okay, there is some advice to make best of 3. I really like to show it. I really like to play it. I will see how the players will react to that.
Do you want to have best of 3? Best of 3?
Best of 5.
No, shut up.